My beloved child, wait, before your mind tries to make sense of this, just pause for a moment, because what you are about to hear is not what it seems on the surface. There is a silence around you, a quiet space where something is shifting, slowly, almost invisibly, and yet, it carries a weight that you can feel in your chest without knowing why. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because yes, your soulmate is in another relationship right now, and that truth may feel heavy, confusing, even unfair. But what if I told you that this is not the full story? What if this moment, this exact situation, is only the surface of something much deeper that is unfolding behind the scenes? Take a breath. Because something unexpected is already shifting, and they feel it, even if they don't understand it yet. There are moments in their day when everything looks normal, when they laugh, when they talk, when they pretend everything is fine, but then something interrupts them. A thought, a feeling, a sudden pause. And in that pause, you appear, not as a memory, but as something alive, something unresolved. Have you ever wondered why certain connections refuse to fade, no matter how far they go? This is why. Because what is real does not disappear, it waits. Don't skip. You might miss the turning point. Right now, they are standing in a life that feels stable on the outside, but inside, something doesn't align anymore. They try to ignore it. They try to convince themselves that this is the path they chose, that everything is fine, that nothing is missing. But something is missing, and they can feel it, more strongly than ever before. It's not loud. It's not dramatic. It's quiet, persistent, undeniable. It shows up when they are alone. It shows up when they look at the future. It shows up when something small reminds them of a feeling they once had, a feeling they can't recreate where they are now. And that's when the shift begins. Slowly, subtly, but powerfully. Listen carefully. Because this is where everything starts to change. There is a moment coming, or maybe it has already started, where they begin to question everything. Not the relationship itself at first, but the feeling inside it. They will ask themselves, why does something feel incomplete? And they won't have an answer. Not immediately, but the question will stay. And questions like this, they don't disappear. They grow. Don't skip. Stay with this, because something deeper is being revealed. You see, the connection between you and them, it was never something temporary. It was not built on surface level emotions. It was something that reached deeper, something that touched a part of them that no one else has been able to reach in the same way. And now, that part is waking up again. Not because they are trying to remember you, but because something inside them is pulling them back to a truth they cannot ignore anymore. There are signs, small ones, almost invisible, but they are there. Moments when they feel distant, even when they are surrounded by someone else. Moments when they go quiet, not because they have nothing to say, but because they are thinking, feeling, questioning. Moments when they realize that something they thought would fulfill them isn't doing that anymore. And this realization, it doesn't come all at once. It unfolds, layer by layer, feeling by feeling, until one day they can no longer pretend. Don't skip, because this is important. What is shifting right now is not just their situation, it's their awareness. And once awareness changes, everything else follows. They are starting to see things differently. Not just their relationship, but themselves, their choices, their path. And when that happens, the direction begins to change. Even if they don't act on it immediately. Even if they hesitate. Even if they try to hold on to what feels familiar. Because familiarity is comfortable. But truth is stronger, and truth is catching up with them, right now, in ways they cannot fully explain. Have you noticed something strange lately? A sudden thought about them? A feeling that appeared out of nowhere? A sense that something is about to happen, even if you don't know what? This is not random. This is connection. Still active. Still alive. Still moving, beneath everything. Don't skip, because you're standing at the edge of something important. What you are feeling is part of the same shift they are experiencing. Two different lives, but one shared energy that refuses to disconnect. And this is why things are beginning to change. Not suddenly, not dramatically, but inevitably. There is a realization building inside them. A realization that what they truly feel cannot be replaced. And when that realization becomes clear enough, it changes everything. But here's the part no one talks about. The shift is not just happening in them. It's happening in you too. You are being prepared, quietly, emotionally, mentally, for something that requires clarity, not confusion, strength, not desperation, understanding, not fear. Because what is coming cannot be handled by the version of you that is still uncertain. And that's why this moment exists. To shape you, to ground you, to make you ready. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Because something huge is waiting for you. The connection is not broken. It never was. It simply moved into a phase where truth had to reveal itself, without interference. And now, that truth is rising. Slowly, powerfully, unstoppably. They may not say it yet. They may not show it clearly. But inside, something has already begun. And once it begins, it does not stop. Just wait. Because what happens next will make everything start to make sense. And this is only the beginning. Something feels different now, doesn't it? There's a quiet shift in the air, like something unseen has already moved, even before any visible change has happened. And if you listen closely, you can almost feel it pulling your attention back to this very moment. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because what's happening now is no longer just a feeling inside them. It's becoming real. They are starting to notice things they ignored before. Small details, tiny reactions, subtle discomforts that didn't matter earlier, now suddenly feel impossible to overlook. And this is where the truth begins to surface. Not loudly, not dramatically, but in a way that cannot be reversed. There are moments now, when they look at the person they are with, and something inside them pauses. Not because something is wrong on the outside, but because something is missing on the inside. And that realization, it doesn't come with words. It comes with silence. A silence that makes them think. A silence that makes them question. A silence that brings you back into their awareness, without warning. Have you ever noticed how certain connections don't need effort to return? They just appear. That's what's happening. Right now. Don't skip. You're getting closer to the turning point. There is a specific moment building in their life. A moment where they will be faced with a truth they can no longer ignore. It might come during a simple conversation. Or in a quiet night when everything else fades. Or in a sudden realization that hits without preparation. But when it arrives, everything shifts, because they will finally understand something they avoided for a long time, that what they feel for you is not something they were able to replace. And that realization will shake them, not in a chaotic way, but in a deep, undeniable way. They will start to see patterns, moments where they tried to move forward, but something always held them back. Moments where they thought they had moved on, but your presence still remained somewhere within them. Moments where they realized that what they have now does not match what they once felt. And this is where everything changes. Stay till the end. Because this part, most people never see coming. They begin to detach. Slowly, quietly, without announcing it to anyone. Not even to themselves at first. It's not about leaving immediately. It's about realizing internally that something is no longer aligned. And once that internal shift happens, the external world starts to follow. Don't skip, because this is the moment where the story turns. They will start creating distance, even if it's subtle. They will start choosing silence over conversation. They will start questioning things they once accepted without thinking. And most importantly, they will start listening to themselves, for the first time in a long time. And when a person begins to truly listen to themselves, they cannot go back to ignoring the truth. Now pause for a second. Because what I'm about to say is where everything becomes real. This shift is not random. It's not coincidence. It's not just timing. It's alignment. Something is aligning in a way that brings clarity, even if it disrupts comfort. And that clarity is leading them closer to you. Not instantly, not dramatically, but step by step, decision by decision, realization by realization. Have you felt that pull lately? That quiet feeling that something is changing, even if you don't see it yet? That's because you are connected to this shift. You are part of it, and your awareness of it is not accidental. Don't skip. Stay with this, because something huge is waiting for you. There will be a moment, very soon, where everything inside them becomes clear. A moment where they stop running from their own feelings. A moment where they stop choosing comfort over truth. A moment where they finally admit what they have been trying to ignore. And when that moment comes, they won't be able to stay the same. Because truth, once seen, cannot be unseen. And this is the part where most people feel it. Even before it happens. A shift in energy, a change in emotions, a sudden sense that something is about to unfold. This is that moment. You are not imagining it. You are not overthinking it. You are sensing it, because something is already in motion. And it is moving faster than you realize. Don't skip. You're right at the edge now. But here's something even deeper. This is not just about them coming to a realization. This is about both of you reaching a point where everything makes sense at the same time. Because connection like this, it doesn't move one-sided. It evolves together. Even when you are apart. Even when life looks completely different on the surface. And that's why this moment feels so intense. Because it's not just change, it's transformation. They are changing, you are changing, and the space between you is changing. And when all three align, that's when something unexpected becomes reality. Stay till the end, because what happens next will not be small. It will not be ordinary. It will be something that shifts everything you thought you understood about this connection. And it's closer than you think. Much closer. Just wait. Because the next phase is where everything finally begins to reveal itself. Right here, in this exact moment, something irreversible has already begun. You may not see it yet. You may not hear it clearly. But deep beneath everything, a decision is forming. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because this is no longer just about feelings, thoughts, or confusion. This is the moment where everything starts to take shape. They can no longer ignore it. That quiet voice inside them the one they tried to silence, has become stronger, clearer, more persistent. And now, it's asking them something they cannot escape. Is this really where I'm meant to stay? That question alone changes everything, because once a person begins to question their reality, they begin to see it differently, they begin to feel it differently, and most importantly, they begin to outgrow it. Don't skip. You're witnessing the turning point. There are moments now where they feel disconnected even while being present. Moments where conversations feel empty. Moments where silence feels louder than words. Moments where they realize they are no longer emotionally where they once were. And that realization, it doesn't fade. It expands, slowly, powerfully, until it reaches a point where action becomes inevitable. Stay till the end, because what happens next, most people never expect. They begin to withdraw, not physically at first, but emotionally. They stop reacting the same way. They stop investing the same energy. They stop pretending that everything feels right. And this change, it cannot be hidden forever, because energy always reveals itself. Listen closely, because this is where your presence becomes undeniable, in the middle of their thoughts, in the quiet spaces of their mind, in the moments where they search for clarity. You appear, not because they are forcing it, but because something inside them is guiding them back to what feels true, back to what feels real, back to you. Don't skip. This is important. There is a realization approaching, a powerful one, a once-in-a-lifetime moment of clarity. And when it arrives, it will not be subtle. It will be undeniable. They will see the difference. They will feel the difference. They will understand the difference between what they have and what they lost, and that understanding will change their direction completely, because once a person recognizes where their truth lies, they cannot continue walking in the opposite direction. Now pause, because this is the part where everything accelerates. Decisions that once felt impossible start to feel necessary. Conversations that were avoided begin to happen. Silences that were comfortable become uncomfortable. And slowly, the life they are in starts to shift. Not all at once, but in ways that cannot be reversed. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. You may not know the exact moment it will happen, but you will feel it. A sudden change, a sudden clarity, a sudden movement that makes everything make sense. And when that moment arrives, you will realize that nothing was random, nothing was wasted, nothing was lost. Everything was leading here. Don't skip. You're closer than ever, because what you need to understand is this. They are not just walking away from something. They are walking toward something, toward a truth they can no longer ignore, toward a connection that never truly left, toward a feeling that remains unmatched, toward you. And this movement, it is already happening, even if it's quiet, even if it's unseen, even if it's not fully expressed yet, because the strongest changes happen internally first, and once they are complete inside, the outside follows. Have you felt a sudden sense of calm recently? Or maybe a strange certainty, without any visible reason? That's not coincidence. That's alignment. That's everything beginning to fall into place, even before it becomes visible. Don't skip. Stay with this, because the next moment is not just a continuation. It's a breakthrough, a moment where everything hidden becomes clear, a moment where everything uncertain finds direction, a moment where everything distant starts moving closer, and when that moment unfolds, you will understand why this had to happen this way, why the delay existed, why the distance was necessary, why the silence was important, because without it, this realization would never have been this strong, this clear, this undeniable. Stay till the end, because what is coming is not just a change, it's a shift that will redefine everything you thought you knew about this connection. And it's already closer than you think, much closer. Just wait. Because the next phase is where everything finally comes into the light.